Okay, so what I'm going to do here is just do a quick review over how you find the various Esri trainings that we do in GIS 200. For some students, this seems to um, be a little bit of a problem. Usually, this is because you don't follow the steps the way that we show you in class. And then you end up somewhere else within the training setup, and you maybe don't do the right training, or maybe you end up with a training that you didn't finish, or maybe you finish it but you forgot to save a certificate. Whatever, we're going to walk you through the whole process of doing the training, of finding the training, then you do the training, and then after you do the training, how to get your certificate if you don't save it when you finish. So first thing you're going to do is go to this web address. This is the address to our ArcGIS online page for the college. I don't care if you have an account from somewhere else or whether something can be done free or not. I want you to log in with the login credentials that we gave you at the beginning of class. And you set up your password to sign in to our ArcGIS online page. So you're going to go to this link. It's going to ask you to sign in. It's going to look something like this. You're going to put your username in, not mine, your password, and then click the sign in button. Once you do, it's going to look like this. This is what our ArcGIS online page looks like. And the thing you need to focus on is over here where you can see I'm signed in over here and it shows my name. If it doesn't show your name and your username from Nova, the one that ends with the underscore Nova underscore CC, then you're not signed in with the proper account. Right there. Third step, once you've signed in, you're simply going to left click on your name. And when you do, that little drop down comes down below that you see here. And in that, you're going to click on the training link right here where it says training. Once you click on the training, the page itself is going to look quite differently. And then you're going to take your mouse over and click on the word catalog. And when you do, you're going to have some various options that are going to pop down below it. Now, if you move your mouse over to about or certification or anywhere else, this stuff's going to change. So you're going to go from catalog and click on it. The things below show up, and you just pull your mouse down and then go across over here to course catalog. And then once you're there, click on course catalog. Fourth step of this process, once you click on course catalog, it's going to load up the course catalog, which has a special search box down here. We're not going to use this search up here or anywhere else. We're not going to search for titles. We're going to do it just the way we're doing it here. Once this comes up in this search courses box, you're going to type in the title of the thing that you're trying to do. And remember, back from the first one, Esri, getting started with GIS. The second one's called creating map products. The third one, basics of geographic coordinate systems. The last one, getting started with spatial analysis. They're not called Esri 1, Esri 2, Esri 3, and Esri 4. This is how we identify which one it is on the syllabus and for grading purposes. From Esri's standpoint, they don't call it Esri 1, they call it Getting Started with GIS. So the parts that's highlighted, it's in red font, bold text here, this is the thing that you're searching for, Getting Started with GIS or Creating Map Products or whatever it is. So here I've put in Getting Started with GIS in the sixth step, right there. Then I hit the little magnifying glass over there to search. Once it does, and it takes just a little bit, you simply scroll down the page a little bit. So you're basically rolling below, because this is where we were looking at before, but the view on the screen kind of stopped about right here. Okay? But if you scroll down just a little bit further, you'll start seeing your results. And as you can see, while it did find 452 results that basically matched some of these terms, the one that matches most the ones that match the most are going to be nearer to the front of the list. And it turns out in this example, the very first one's called Getting Started with GIS, which is exactly what we were searching for, because this is the training you need to do. And you can see here it says it's 3 hours and 30 minutes, it's free, and it says completed on mine, because obviously I already did it. Now, if you hadn't completed this, all you would do is click on this link here, right where the text is, Getting Started with GIS. It's a hyperlink, so as soon as you click on that, it's going to bring up the Getting Started with GIS thing, and you're going to start through that process. And you're going to follow through and do everything that's in it. If when you think you're finished, it doesn't give you a certificate, you're probably not finished. That means that somewhere back in that tutorial that you went through in that web course, there was something you needed to do, some quiz you needed to take that you either didn't get a high enough score on or that you didn't do. So after you've completed this thing and say you forgot to save your certificate, that's not the end of the world. I'm going to go back up here to the original page. So I went to our page, and just like when I clicked on my name here and went down and over to catalog, if I were to go back up to the top of the same page that we were just on, where I just clicked on the link to do this getting started, like I wanted to do it or start over, if I've already done it, it will tell me to start over. If I want to see if I want my old certificate, if I go back up here and click on this My Academy link right there, and just simply click on it, and then pull my mouse right down to my learning activity right there, and click on that, it's going to give me a very different look. It's going to come up like this. It's going to show my learning activities, and it's got 21 different ones here that I've done over the times, what have you. Creating web products, using GIS to solve problems, getting started with GIS, lots of different ones. But see, some of the ones that I've completed, it says View Certificate. It says up here how many you've completed. So if you think you've done 2 and this only says 1, that means you didn't finish one of them. But for my purposes here, since starting here at Nova, I've done a dozen under this username ID. But down here, the next place I want to point to is, there it is, Getting Started with GIS. That's the one we just looked at on the slide before. Over here, there's a link to View Certificate. If I click that View Certificate link, what's it do? It opens up another tab and shows my certificate. Now, in Chrome, I can come over here and click this little arrow right there where my mouse is on this side, and that'll allow me to download this. And that's how I would do it, to download and save it. If I wanted a printed copy and I have a printer hooked up, I could click on that as well. But anyway, there it is. That's my certificate. This is the thing you turn in. This. Worst case scenario, a screen grab of this. So this is the how you do the Esri stuff. Find the one that you need and do that. The process is exactly the same. It's just you're searching for a different one at that certain spot there where we put the text in the search. And so hopefully, if you follow along with this, it shouldn't be any problem. I'm going to post this. Well, I'm going to post this as a YouTube video, and I'm going to share the slides specifically with a couple students. But otherwise, good luck.